welcome to This Day. It is Monday, October 28th. We are reaching the end of the month. I hope everyone had a great weekend. It seems like mine was filled with sports, from football to baseball to football to golf. I'm kind of exhausted over it. So I'm excited to be back at work. So on today's show, we are going to be talking with El Toro Water District. As we all know, water is one of our most precious resources, so we're going to talk about emergency preparedness with Director Fred Adjerian. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, we want to keep you informed. There is a call out for VMS board candidates. Nominations are open for Golden Rain Foundation, United Laguna Woods Mutual, and Third Laguna Hills Mutual representatives to serve on the VMS Board of Directors. There will be openings for one United Mutual, one Third Mutual, and one GRF, with those terms ending in 2027. You can pick up applications in the CEO General Manager office in the Community Center. Next up, let's take a look at our weather. All in all, it's cloudy, but all in all, a very nice week temperature-wise. 68's high for today, increasing through Thursday, high of 70 on Thursday, back down to 69 on Friday. It's a warm and pleasant week, great for all of your outdoor activities that you love. So I encourage you to get out there and enjoy. Sunrise this morning was at 7:06. Sunset this evening will be at 7:01. Look closely at this gorgeous photo taken by Mr. Michael Taylor. Where is he today? He usually shows up on Mondays. He got such an amazing shot of the golden rays of the sun as that sun is setting. Very, very pretty. If you'd like to send us your beautiful photos, please do so email those to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Please include your name, where the photo was taken, and in a horizontal format, please. Next up, we've got some meetings to share with you, and then after the break, El Toro Water District.
Some of you, it may be time to replace your dated windows and doors. I'm a resident of Laguna Woods and have served the community for 10 years. As a women-owned business, you can trust Window Jazz to provide seamless service from the moment we meet to the completion of the job. Most jobs are completed in just one day.
Window Jazz put windows in my home. The service was amazing, the price couldn't be beat, and I would recommend them to anybody.
Call Window Jazz now to schedule your free consultation.
Attention all club organizers, party planners, and those who simply love to gather and celebrate life's special moments. Are you tired of the hassle of cooking for your events? Looking for a convenient and delicious solution? Introducing our easy and convenient catering trays, perfect for groups of any size from 35 to 90. Need a larger space to host your event? Look no further than our restaurant's banquet room, the perfect venue for your next gathering. Call us today to place your catering order or reserve our banquet room for your next event. Create memories and traditions with Polly's Pies.
Dr. Farhumand and her associates at Brilliant Smile are excited to announce we now feature cone beam computed tomography. CBCT scans have many benefits over traditional x-rays. They are fast, safe, non-invasive, and provide better care to our patients. The 3D images provide an accurate view of teeth, bones, and soft tissue. It allows us to diagnose and treat more effectively. Also, it features modern diagnosing of sleep apnea by checking the airways and obstructions. Get started today. Call Brilliant Smile, Laguna Woods Village favorite dentist.
Seniors fear running out of money more than death itself, and the number one mistake you can make is underestimating volatility, which can derail your retirement. For 35 years now, I've coached seniors to financial independence by using two simple rules: never take big losses and create income along the way. It's your financial future. Call now to get a free risk analysis to ensure your investments are protected, and we'll send you our Safer Money System, 949-219-0692.
October is National Preparedness Month. Here to tell us more from the El Toro Water District, we welcome Fred Ajiri into the show.
Pleasure. Nice to be here.
Thank
Bree.
you for coming in.
Oh,
I
my
know
pleasure.
that we've got so much to talk about.
Yes.
Being prepared is highly, highly important.
Yes.
And you've got a lot of slides to share with us today.
I'll try to make it quick. You know.
Well,
'cause
you don't have to make
sometimes
it quick because this is something that's really important.
It is.
And
it is.
people need to know
Right,
how
right,
to
right.
prepare themselves,
Okay.
how we're going to contact them in the event of an emergency.
Yes.
So let's start. Let's go into depth about the El Toro Water District emergency preparedness.
Okay. Well, the district has a constant training program that they implement on a 24/7, 365 basis. The staff is trained in training constantly to be able to respond to any emergency, whether it's to the water system, the wastewater system, or the recycled water system, because we provide 3 different types of water services to our customers, 51,000 customers in 5 cities. The employees go through a type of planning process where first they are updated on their the district's emergency response plan. We have a hazard mitigation plan, all required by local and state and federal governments. The district also tries to maximize emergency interties with other agencies. Our neighboring agencies have equipment that sometimes comes in very handy if we don't have the equipment to respond, like to a water main break.
Okay.
Or they have staff that can supplement our staff. We have a staff of 62 that serves 51,000 customers, 5 cities. That's a tall order. Yeah.
That ratio is kind of out of balance there.
The district has always been very lean and mean, if you will, and just operates very well in that manner. So the district also, in terms of partnerships, is part of something called the Water Emergency Response Organization of Orange County. This is an entity that was formed a number of years ago, and it basically has all of the water agencies throughout Orange County, city water departments as well as special districts that come together and support each other during a disaster, whether it's fire, flood, earthquake comes to mind, and a lot of that is done through planning, response and recovery efforts of the program. There's also a state entity, CalWARN, the California Water Wastewater Agency Response Network, that provides mostly mutual aid. So if local agencies, even though they've done the best that they can do to try to support each other, if their existing resources, manpower, equipment is overwhelmed, then they can call upon the state through this CalWARN system to literally fly in, drive in, truck in, whatever is needed. Think of FEMA and the response efforts that have been occurring back east after following Hurricane Milton. It's that level of commitment that's provided directly from the governor's office. The training, always important. Employees really pride themselves on doing their jobs well. So each staff member is trained in various management systems, standardized emergency management, national incident management, and the incident command system. These are 3 systems, local, state, and federal, that provide a uniform approach to emergency response by all levels of government. So it's not just one agency doing one thing and another agency doing another thing. It's a meld.
Combined.
It's a combined, efficient, focused effort to try to focus the resources, focus the response so that customers get assistance that they need and that they are back in water quickly, because water is such an important part of our life. To do this, the staff participates in a number of regional testing programs, tabletop exercises, they call it. Literally, you have a bunch of people sitting around a table like this, and you have representatives from every other agency. Each person has a responsibility. They wear a hat, like you have the chief communications officer, you have the public affairs officer, you have the incident command person, the head person, and then they keep a blackboard, probably the size of that screen, where they update, okay, region, street by street, region by region, what's damaged, what resources are needed, and the status of those response efforts. So this is what's coordinated, what's tested on through these tabletop exercises. Through WeRock and through the county, there is training and testing that's also done. In fact, there's a regional tabletop coming up next month to sharpen the skill sets that the staff needs to be able to respond.
So this training is going on an ongoing basis,
Constantly.
because you never know when disaster will strike.
Exactly, and techniques change. There's always constantly new examples of, in other instances, in other parts of the country or the world, where maybe there's a better way to fix a water line, a better way to respond more effectively to a sewer main break, or you have other issues. And again, there's a lot of information that's shared. And in this day and age, I mean, back in the dark ages, pre-internet, it was a lot tougher because there wasn't social media, there wasn't all of these resources that were instantly available at your fingertips. It was phone calls, memos, and on foot.
And that took a long time to make that communication.
And it slowed down the rate of the response to help customers. Also, the staff is trained in CPR, first aid, fire safety, chemical safety constantly, and it's a part of their, in fact, they maintain professional certifications that are crucial to their work.
And do you ever ask for volunteers to come in if there were to be a disaster?
We would ask other agencies that we have mutual aid agreements with, so I suppose those would be the volunteers. We wouldn't ask members of the public necessarily, because there is
a lot of preparedness that goes into it.
A lot of preparedness that's required, and plus you have insurance issues,
right,
liability issues. If I were to ask my best friend who's a neighbor that lives in Laguna Woods, hey, come on down, they may have training, but they're not
the proper training.
They're not the proper trained, and then you have, I'm sorry, we are in a litigious society. People will sue at the drop of a hat because of insurance and liability issues. So you want to work with certified, state, federal certified employees, and that's why we have this extensive ongoing training process. But great question.
Well, I suppose, and we will get to it in a few slides here, but you know, if you want to quote unquote volunteer, do it in your own home.
In your own.
And we'll get to that, and we'll share with our viewers what that means.
Within your own community, absolutely. That's a great point, Bree, because it just, yeah, there's examples through your homeowners association, but we'll get into that in just a bit. The district uses a variety of emergency equipment to facilitate its emergency response. We have backup generators.
Yeah, these are critical.
Very, very critical. They take forever and are very expensive. You know, they have long lead times, anywhere from 12 to 24 months, because they have to be specially manufactured from back east and brought out here. We have a drinking water trailer, which one of the few districts that has that it's portable, it can drive, assuming the roads are clear, that they've not been blocked, particularly in the event of an earthquake, that they can bring potable drinking water to an area with a generator to help give people that first aid, because despite, you'd be surprised, some folks just don't plan ahead, and you need to, and I'll get into some of the things that a family can do to be prepared.
Okay.
We also have a fuel trailer, not as big, but it's a 500-gallon fuel trailer with a generator, so that many of our facilities are powered with generators, and so the fuel trailer is there to keep those generators going, and the generators can go anywhere from 2 to 4 to 5 days, typically the time that it takes for most response efforts to be initiated and to be completed. At home, here's now the review of the home preparedness. So what can customers do? And you were asking earlier, and that was a great lead-in question. So customers can be part of an emergency response group within their community through their own HOA.
And that way they can be accountable to each other. Who's going to show up? Let's find a designated area, make a head count, make sure everybody's there.
Exactly.
You don't want to be missing anybody. So.
Exactly, because it's just, you want to be able to count heads.
Right.
Especially if it's a fire that's caused by a gas leak following an earthquake.
Earthquakes.
And the scenarios just get more and more scarier, So
absolutely.
Being able to count heads, being able to have some semblance of organization is important. Keeping an emergency kit, whether you're in the home or in your car, I really encourage people to carry an emergency kit in their cars, because an earthquake could happen and you could be stranded out in the freeway.
And what does that emergency kit for the vehicle look like?
So it would have road flares, it would have water, it would have an orange vest, it would have a safety helmet, it would have flags, it would have
probably
food, flashlight, some small rations. They used to call them sea rations in the military, things that don't spoil.
Right.
Graham crackers,
granola bars or protein bars.
Protein bars, exactly. Bottled water, and a radio with fresh batteries. Because we found that these things, following an earthquake, if the earthquake has not tilted the radio towers, where the communication systems that are so critical to making these cell phones work, if they're not off base, they work most times. But if it doesn't work, then we resort to the old-fashioned line-of-sight radio systems, walkie-talkies, radios. Each truck is outfitted with a radio, and then it's just line-of-sight communication, basically.
Pretty soon we'll have Starlink, so we won't have to worry about that.
Well, if Elon Musk gets his way, we will all be on Starlink, and
I mean, I've heard that it works absolutely in the middle of nowhere.
Starlink is an incredible, it's like the troops that fought in Desert Storm that had these special radios that could connect when they connected in with the satellites.
Right.
That technology is now available. A good friend of mine who does smart cover systems, which are basically monitoring systems that monitor overflow emergency situations for sewers. He invented this system, and it's connected to the satellite system. So he's already a step ahead of Dr. Musk or Mr. Musk, in that regard. So it's there, Bree. It's there.
It is
it's
there.
Just a matter
it is
of
just
time.
a matter of time.
Exactly. Water. People need to be sure to store water. If they don't store any food, for Pete's sake, have water. 1 gallon per person per day. And remember water for your pets.
Absolutely.
They can't go outside and chew the grass. They need water too.
Yes, that's a very good point.
Emergency communications, we have all kinds of communications to help facilitate, response before, during, and after.
Now, do people have to understand and know how to get on social media in order to take advantage of these emergency communications?
Basically, if they're part of Alert OC, of all the different listings, there's Alert OC, there's social media, there's local TV, the media, but Alert OC is probably the most important of the three, because the county is tied into that, the state is tied into that, and so Alert OC will be updating many of the social media, the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook accounts. A lot of people get a lot of their information that way.
Absolutely.
But sign up, make sure that your Facebook Instagram and your LinkedIn and any other social media account is tied into Alert OC, and you will be getting beaucoup information.
In the event of a true power outage where these, the Twitter, the Facebook, our social media, computers, TV are not accessible.
That's
Then
a good
how
question.
Do we have sirens? Do we have?
If push comes to shove, I've been in situations out in places where there was no power, there was no other source of like direct radio communication. Then you just go door to door, and you get the emergency crews, police, fire, water staff, and particularly as you're following up in the first few hours after an earthquake or a fire or a flood, sometimes the old methods work best, and you just go door to door to door within the community. Again, that's where your incident command and emergency management trainings comes together, because then you have already had a map that you split up the areas that are affected in quadrants, and then you send teams out to respond. And they also not only go door to door, but they assess what's the extent of the damage. Is it a busted pipeline? Is it an overflowing sewer line, which is a health hazard? And they have to identify that quickly so that you minimize, potential risk to public health and safety. So, yeah, old methods. I mean, and if horsepower is available, or you just drive, you ride, you go door to door. Paul Revere still lives even in 2024.
We've got backup systems.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's the only limitation is one's creativity in this type of situation.
Right.
So.
Well, Fred, it sounds like planning, clear communication,
exactly.
Adaptability.
Yes.
Everything is very essential to ensure the safety of our community and our viewers. I thank you for coming in today, Fred.
My pleasure.
Did you have any last thoughts?
As I learned when I was a Boy Scout, and I also was an Eagle Scout, be prepared. And because as Coach John Wooden was famous of saying to his players, failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
Right.
So those are the best things I can offer your customers
our
here. Our
Wonderful.
community.
Thank you, Fred.
Bree,
From El
thank you so
Toro
much.
Water
A real
District.
pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Appreciate it.
At Motion Drip, we believe in proactive wellness. Our IV therapy is designed to give you the well-being you deserve. With increased vitamin absorption directly into your bloodstream, it will replenish your body with hydration and nutrients to support your body's functions, increase energy levels, slow signs of aging, improve muscle recovery, and boost stamina. We are located right outside of Gate 8 on Moulton Parkway. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your appointment today, as we will be your proactive partner in wellness.
Welcome to the Artistry, South Orange County's only cannabis dispensary located right here in Laguna Woods. The Artistry is your trusted source for the highest quality cannabis products and the best customer service. We offer daily deals up to 50% off on top brands. Whether you're new to cannabis or a seasoned consumer, our friendly and informative staff is here to help you elevate in style. We're located next to Gate 3 and now offer delivery right to your door. Join us for a one-of-a-kind dispensary experience.
Annette, how long has it been since we built your patio room?
A couple, 3 months, I guess.
Yeah. And so how's it working out for you?
It's just working out great. And you did it in such a timely manner, and we just love it out here.
Yeah. And when you gave us this job, I told you, we'll do a nice job for you. Did we?
Absolutely. We really, really did it. We couldn't be happier.
Thanks a lot. Give us a call. We'll do a nice job for you too.
Caring Senior Service provides a variety of care services to help seniors age in place. We cook, we clean, we listen, we help, we care. And that's why we create customized care plans to enable every senior to maintain their independence. To learn more about how we can help your family, contact us today.
All right, everybody, let's do a movie preview for tonight's movie. They Shall Have Music. Starring is Joel McCrea, and this is brought to us by Pacific Financial Planners. This is a movie classic from 1939. The musical film is about a young runaway who finds his purpose in life after hearing a violinist play. The kindly master of a music school in financial difficulty takes the runaway in. That sounds like it will have a soulful and happy ending. Let's take another look at our weather today. Today's high is going to be 68, high 60s through Wednesday, creeping up to 70 on Thursday and back down to 69. So all in all, a very pleasant fall week. From all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make your day a beautiful one, and we are looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Today's retirement is different. It's time to write new chapters in our life stories. To hit the open road in search of new horizons and fresh faces. Grand adventures or simple pleasures. It's not the final chapter in the book of life, but rather a new beginning, a second act.